Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. Welcome to today's National Football Foundation and College Hall of Fame Scholar Athlete Luncheon presented by LCMC Health. My name is Ken Trahan of Crescent City Sports, Sports Director of Cumulus Radio New Orleans, and author of Sports Talk Daily on 106.7 The Ticket of the Saints Hall of Fame and the Greater New Orleans Quarterback Club, among other ventures, and we welcome you all, and we're so glad to have you here. I've been involved with doing high school athletics and sports across the board for 47 years, but who's counting? It's been a blessing. It's been a pleasure to be part of that, and it's been a pleasure to be part of this event, which recognizes the excellence on and off the football field. Before we get into the program here this afternoon, let's pause for an invocation for Dr. Benny Jones. Benny, come on up.
Now, you know, ministers are long-winded. I will only take 1 minute of your life. How many of you watched the national championship game last night? Yes, I see those hands out there. It was a great comeback as far as that's concerned. That great piece of literature called Sports Illustrated printed in 2001 the top 10 greatest comebacks of all time. Elvis Presley, Go-Go Boots, Muhammad Ali, John Travolta, Michael Jordan giving up baseball to come back to basketball, a tie between Japan and Germany after World War II. And the greatest comeback of all time, number one, according to Sports Illustrated, now this isn't me, it's Sports Illustrated, that great piece of global literature. Number one, Jesus Christ, AD 33, stuns Romans and defies critics by his resurrection from the grave. Next week, we will celebrate Passover, in which Moses delivered, through God's help, the Jewish people out of Egyptian bondage. And after that, we will celebrate what God's Son did. Let's pray. Father, we thank you for this day, and we recognize your sovereignty in this world. Father, we know even at this moment, this planet that we are on is going 67,000 miles per hour through space. And it's only because of your hand and your guidance that we don't all perish. You are the great eternal one from time before, and you will be here afterwards. You've never lost a battle. You've never had to have a comeback because you're all powerful. Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for these young players and, Father, what they're going to do in our world. We just pray that you will put people in with them to guide them and give them the perspective they need in this life to be successful and, Father, to help others. Father, we thank you for this food as we're reminded that there are people in this world who will go hungry today. Father, we thank you for loving us, and we thank you for all you've done for us. In Christ's name, amen.
As we get started today, for the last 2.5 decades, I've been blessed to do this event and alternate it annually with my best friend. His name was Ed Daniels. Ed's not with us today, but he's in a better place. Speaking of being with the Lord, that's where he's at. And I want to recognize Ed today for all of his contributions, for everything that he did for us. He's been honored by this organization previously, but rather than a moment of silence, let's give Ed a big round of applause for everything he did for us. He'd appreciate that. The Sugar Bowl and LCMC Health recently entered into a community engagement partnership. The Sugar Bowl is proud to align with LCMC Health and welcomes them as a presenting sponsor of today's luncheon. With that, it's my pleasure to introduce to you Lou Fragoso, President and Chief Executive Officer for Manning Family Children, and Todd Danos, Vice President of Operations, to share welcome remarks on behalf of the outstanding organization that is LCMC Health. Gentlemen, come on up.
Well, thank you. First off, I want to give a shout out to that prayer. I didn't know you were going Sports Illustrated, but that was strong work, Father. Well, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lou Fregoso, and I have the privilege and honor to serve as President and CEO for your Children's Hospital, Manning Family Children's, and I'm proud to represent LCMC Health today in honoring the outstanding scholar athletes being recognized here. Now, as a former student athlete, I can say with absolute certainty that the path that these young men have chosen is a difficult one. Balancing athletics and academics is no easy task. And doing so with excellence speaks volumes to who these young men are, not just as players, but as scholars, leaders, and role models. Let's give them a round of applause, please. Now at LCMC Health, our purpose is to keep you well, to keep you healthy, both mentally and physically, so that you can compete in the classroom, compete on the field. And we do that important work through the amazing efforts of our athletic trainers, many of whom are here with us today. So please help me recognize our athletic trainers who look after the health and well-being of these young men. And speaking of taking care of our young, I'd like to recognize another great role model with us here today. Number 8, Archie Manning, Chair of the National Football Foundation and namesake of your Children's Hospital. Now, 2025 was a big year for your Children's Hospital. We celebrated our 70th birthday. That's 70 years of standing in the gap for our kids, 70 years of running towards the problems that impact our children, 70 years of saying yes to every child, every time, regardless of a family's ability to pay, and 70 years as the one and only freestanding comprehensive children's hospital for the great state of Louisiana. And we also celebrated a new chapter as we joined forces with the Manning family. Archie and Olivia are here today to chart a bold new future for our kids as we proudly became Manning Family Children's. 2 great Louisiana legacies coming together to do the right thing for our kids. And our sports medicine program, that's just one of the powerful examples that we have. Our goal is to support the physical and mental well-being of our kids wherever they're at, whether it's in the classroom, on the football field, and everywhere in between, to ensure that all of our young people have the resources they need to thrive. That is how we change the health of a generation, by doing it together. So I want to say thank you, Archie and Olivia, and congratulations again to all of our scholar athletes. You are an inspiration to us all. Now please help me in welcoming Todd Danos, Manning Family Children's Vice President and leader of our sports medicine program. Give it up for Todd.
Thank you, Lou. Since 2016, Manning Family Children's Sports Medicine has been proud to support the schools we serve. Our certified athletic trainers are on the ground at practices, games, events throughout the community, working side by side with coaches and student athletes. They have truly become part of each team, and we are honored to serve in that role. In collaboration with our partnership with the Tulane Institute of Sports Medicine, we provide services to 32 schools in the New Orleans area. Our athletes have access to world-class physicians, cutting-edge training technology, emergency care, and expert rehabilitation when injuries occur. At the heart of what we do is one goal: keeping student athletes safe on the field, on the court, and on the track. I would like to thank the Manning Family Children's and Tulane Sports Medicine athletic trainers who are with us today. Your hard work and commitment to your schools and athletes do not go unnoticed, and we appreciate everything you do. Finally, congratulations to all the athletes being honored today, especially the 15 Manning Family Children's and Tulane Sports Medicine school partner athletes being honored today. We are proud not just for what you have achieved in sports, but also your accomplishments in the classroom and the community. Keep working hard, stay focused, and we know you will go on to do amazing things. Thank you and enjoy the celebration.
Thank you, gentlemen. People in this city and around the world are very familiar with the Sugar Bowl and its great bowl game played every winter in the Superdome. However, the Sugar Bowl is far more than just that one football game, supporting numerous community events throughout the year, including this one. They sponsor our website at crescentcitysports.com, our radio shows, and so much more. I'd now like to introduce Dottie Reese, the president of the Sugar Bowl Committee, to give us a little more information about the organization and its support of young student athletes in this city. Dottie is a longtime resident of New Orleans and has been a Sugar Bowl Committee member since 2007. She became the 67th president of the organization earlier this year. Please give a very warm welcome to our president, Dottie Reese.
Thank you, Ken. And first of all, congratulations to all of the scholar athletes for your hard work in the classroom, in the community, and on the field. As Ken mentioned, people around the world recognize the Sugar Bowl as one of the premier college events every year. However, the Sugar Bowl Committee is also extremely proud to play a major role in supporting high school sports in the city and across the state. The Bowl sponsors events like today's luncheon, but then we also host and sustain a large number of games, tournaments, meets, and championships in a wide range of sports. We're also very proud of our support for education across the region, and so for several years, the Sugar Bowl has worked closely with the College Football Playoff Foundation to provide millions of dollars towards programs aimed at supporting public school teachers in the New Orleans area. The Sugar Bowl also awards scholarship assistance to deserving young men and women around the metro New Orleans area. So you're going to hear a little bit more about those scholarships today. But from its inception, the Sugar Bowl has been committed to the youth of this area, and today's luncheon is a perfect example. So today, we're going to recognize some of the best, the very best. So to all of you, thank you for your continued support of what the Sugar Bowl is doing to keep New Orleans sweet. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dottie. The National Football Foundation has 120 chapters in 47 states, and each of those chapters hosts similar events to the one we're celebrating here today, honoring outstanding young scholar athletes. Though I will say no other chapter provides more scholarship dollars than the Sugar Bowl does. That's a fact. To speak a little bit more on the history of the National Football Foundation, allow me to introduce a longtime friend who's been here for many years supporting this cause, Mr. Michael Kristovich. He's the chairman of the Allstate Sugar Bowl Chapter of the National Football Foundation and College Hall of Fame. Michael Kristovich.
Thank you all for coming today. It is a very important day for so many of you who are being recognized, not simply by the Sugar Bowl chapter of the National Football Foundation, but by the National Football Foundation itself. And that's quite an honor for all the young men who have dedicated themselves to excellence both on the field and in the classroom. They will forevermore be recognized as National Football Foundation scholar athletes. So that is something to really take to heart and to be proud of. The National Football Foundation, which is 75 years old and runs and hosts the College Football Hall of Fame, has numerous chapters doing the same thing this spring, recognizing the best of the best in high school football. Not simply for their great play on the field, but for their dedication in the classroom. To combine both is quite an accomplishment. The National Football Foundation, as you're going to see in the video, which is about to be played, has been around since for 75 years and is a leading instrument for the betterment of young men who enter the game of football and want to go on to dedicate their lives to better things once their football career has ended. So I'd be remiss if I didn't congratulate not only you all, but also my own committee, which dedicates itself so hard to picking from scores of nominated athletes the best of the best, and that's you all in this room. I would ask that the members of the National Football Foundation Committee please rise to be recognized by this group. Thank you all again for coming, and enjoy your lunch. And first, watch the video. You will learn a great deal about the accomplishments of the National Football Foundation.
When I think about all the things about football that I appreciate more than gold or silver, football by any measure has enriched my life. I can hear the band, I can feel the rhythm, cheerleader chants, and Gatorade victory bands.
There it is.
The spectacle of football on a beautiful Saturday afternoon brings people together. It builds community, and it is the source of the dreams of millions of young children on the playgrounds of America.
We all started out in our small towns with many kids who were as good or better than all of us, and we were the lucky ones.
And when you see the young men on a football field having been given that opportunity to do great things, you know that football is doing its part.
Intercollegiate football is much more than a game. Football not only teaches a man, it helps make the man.
A heartfelt thanks to the National Football Foundation for leading our sport over an astounding 7 decades. During those years, the NFF never once buckled under the weight of preserving and enriching the game of football.
Organizations such as this, with all of the prestige and influence which you bring, to help establish more programs for participation by American boys and girls, young and old.
The National Football Foundation embodies people that care about the integrity of the game. We owe the generations that follow us, our student athletes, to be proud of their academic achievement.
This year, we've got a finalist, our very own Thomas Booker.
Henny is a finalist for the smartest man in college football. Let's give a round of applause for Henry.
Let's go. Heck yeah, baby. Let's go. We're going to New York.
One of my dreams was to play college football and to be selected as Scholar Athlete tonight.
I'm honored to be joining the incredible people who previously received this award, and I'll do my best to uphold the legacy of everyone who's won it before me.
The game, it always shows up in the fall, when the days grow shorter, and the rains come, and our spirits need lifting.
We said all along, we can beat anybody if we don't beat ourselves. And our guys got a lot of heart.
We share intangibles that made a difference. A burning desire to succeed, to achieve, to get the job done.
I can't tell you how thrilled I am to accept the MacArthur Bowl symbolic of the national championship. Courage, stamina, coordinated efficiency.
We're going to take you tonight. We put it on the line.
It's not the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the dog.
We're the ones that can look back on our college football as measure of more than yards gained, but measure of our private selves. Because in the end, Hall of Fame's not about glory. It's about dreams.
National Football Foundation, College Hall of Fame, conjunction with the Allstate Sugar Bowl. Thank you very much, Michael. I hope that gives you a snapshot of what this organization is all about. Before we get to our many presentations and honorees, let's take some time to do something very important. Let's eat. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will resume the program now. And while the focus of today's luncheon is the outstanding scholar athletes, we're also taking time to recognize a pair of individuals who have been key contributors in the New Orleans community. The first honor we're presenting today is the Contribution to Amateur Football Award, which is given annually to an individual for his or her efforts to promote the game, preserve its history, and ensure its future. I was blessed to receive it a few years back. So many great ones have been recognized. I'd now like to introduce Mr. Miles Clements, a member of the Sugar Bowl Committee, as well as a Newman graduate who starred for the Greenies football team. Miles is going to tell us a little bit about this year's honoree, a terrific coach, a better person, and friend. Miles Clements.
Well, first I want to thank everyone for being here and congratulate all the student athletes and Nelson Stewart and his family. I was prepared to read to you what the award is, but Ken just did that. So thank you. I will say that each year, all of the chapters of the National Football Foundation around the country choose to honor an individual who fits the criteria of the award to promote the game, preserve its history, and ensure its future. This year, our chapter, the Sugar Bowl chapter of the National Football Foundation, has unanimously voted to recognize Nelson Stewart as a deserving recipient. Nelson, as you may know, and what we seek to respect and for which we honor him, is for his contributions to Newman School, which he attended and from which he graduated, and as a football player there, and then a football player at Tulane University, and subsequently as a coach. Nelson returned to Newman in 1966 to coach varsity football and teach physical education. And as head coach for the past 19 years, his team has won 7 district championships, appeared in 6 state quarterfinals, and altogether his teams posted a 162 wins, 54 loss record, 75% win ratio. One of Nelson's former Newman classmates, who is now the head of school at Newman School, Dale Smith, describes Nelson this way as, quote, kind, honest, hardworking, good-hearted, and genuine, qualities he has carried into adulthood. His impact on generations of Newman students is both powerful and long-lasting. And I will say that success in coaching can be measured in many ways. And as the father of 2 Newman football captains on teams that Nelson coached, I can say firsthand that my belief that the greatest measure is the extent to which a coach can develop character in his students and in his players. And I can tell you firsthand that Nelson, in terms of generating and developing character in the youth of Newman School, has been superb. And that, sir, will be your legacy.
Thank you so much. I'm not used to trophies and awards like that. First off, thank you, Miles Clements. I returned to Newman in 2000. I didn't get there in 1966. That was actually Tony Reginelli But that was, I will say that it ties into this speech, but I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much to Mr. Clemens for all his help with getting my family here, and this honor, it really does mean the world to me. Thank you to the Sugar Bowl as well, and also, and one of the last times I get a chance to stand up here, I'd like to thank Ken Trahan. No one does more for prep coverage in New Orleans. His passion resonates, and I can assure you as I move on, there's a high bar that personally all the coaches have dealt with, and just my gratitude, all of our gratitude for everything, again, that he's done. I think that when it comes to coaching, really it's all about the players. That's why you do it. As Mr. Clemens alluded to, some of my earliest years were as an assistant with his sons, Miles and Jack, in 2000 when I was a young O-line strength coach and whatnot. One of my favorite players, the leader on the team, was Miles Clemens. Fullback, linebacker. He always worked incredibly hard, really embodied, I think, the best of what we do, and then the opportunity to coach Jack, an outstanding wide receiver, both team MVPs. Both were outstanding at our institution. From 26 years goes fast. It would be impossible for me to go through all the student athletes I've been blessed to coach, but I will say this, that more than anything, I think it's very fitting that at that table are two of the finest I've personally ever coached, and Eli Friend and Justin Wells. Not just captains, leaders, tremendous student athletes, did things the right way, and humbly I think they represent the best of both Newman football and Newman as an institution. Congratulations to those two as well as their families. I love them both very much and couldn't be prouder. Also along, the lines today, my family's here. You can see, if you look, there's a lot of them here, and I think a big reason why is if you look 30 years ago when I was at a Scholar Athlete Luncheon, they'd be very confused as to why that is. So this is new to them, but it's very nice that they're here. They've been tremendously supportive along the way. Again, my father and mother, I think, have always instilled a strong work ethic, not to have excuses and to take accountability, and those are the values that I've always tried to embody. Hardest role in the world sometimes as coaches is that of their wife. My wife, Emily Stewart's here, and I told her, and again, what's my final speech? She's known for standing up front, and when I'm long-winded, just wrap it up. She can't do that today, so she's going to have to get through it. But she definitely has been incredibly supportive. As coaches, oftentimes we spend more times with our players, obviously, than our own children at home. She's one that's never complained. We maximize our time with our children, and she's a head coach in the household and the MVP as well. When it goes to Newman football, I really believe I'm a cog in the wheel in many ways. This whole thing that we started, I joked about 66, was Tony Reginelli. He built the ship that I still navigate, over 90 years old now. Every time I see him, he's a reminder of what's right about why we do what we do. His legacy and what he taught me way back in 1988 when he let me be a ball boy was doing things the right way, doing things with honor, and doing things that are best for your student athletes. And he is everything that is Newman football, and we will always pay homage to him also. And I'm excited here today as I go through head coaches, my head coach, Frank Jandusa, who has been my head coach throughout my life, and he does that even to this day. We talk each week. He is a motivator for me in that he's continued to work hard. He had success at Fort Worth Country Day in St. Martin's as an athletic director, and he says he's finally retiring and hanging it up. So thank you so much for everything. And along the lines with him, my best friend in the world, Craig Clayson, who is a captain with me and has been with me the whole journey along as we've gone through it. And then I'd be remiss not to also thank my head coach after Coach Indusa as an assistant, Ken Lass, who was tremendously supportive in me and taught me a lot about humility and importance when Katrina happened and he actually lost the position. And rather than go a different path. He chose to come back and be our defensive coordinator and showed me what humility and being about the team is all about. I wouldn't be here without those guys. And as I hand off, I also want to congratulate my alma mater with their hiring of Aaron Weiss, who I believe is not just a good friend, a great person. And when that happens and you can hand it off, I think we can pay it forward. I'll be there through the rest of the year to help him just as I was helped, and I think we will find continued success and if not more so. So very, very happy for him. As a head coach, oftentimes you stand up here, but it really truly is all about the assistants. They do the grunt work. They do, each and every day, they're the ones that are, going through the practice plan, doing those things. It'd be impossible for me to go through all of them. But today, one is here, and I think he's a perfect representation. Doug Littenberger, who ended up being, I didn't know at the time, the last assistant that we'd go in. But really for us as coaches, to think that Doug came in July, took over as a defensive coordinator and did such a phenomenal job in a month that we have certainly had as good a year as we've had, and certainly from a statistical standpoint, our defense had as good a year as they've had. I'm so excited he'll continue at Newman as assistant athletic director and defensive coordinator under Coach Weiss. So as a representation for all of our assistants, I again deeply thank him. And just briefly, I'd like to highlight 3 colleagues that have been very instrumental to me in my career. First off, Colleen Lorzell. She, also being our department head, has always reminded me that no coach on campus has won more state championships, but what she's always reminded me of is it really, truly has always been for her about the players. It's about the climb. She always said of all the trophies that they've earned, all the state championships, she said she never even touched one of them. It was the players that earned it and the players that would go accept it. And I think everything she's done with dignity and grace. Also, Erin Friend, who had the toughest job, I think, of any colleague, as she had to navigate Newman, and as everyone did, through the global pandemic. She really, I felt like, probably had a year away from her own family as she had to take care of 1,200 students, all the teams, and what was one of my favorite years, we were able to never miss a game, and we were able to get all the way state semifinals, and the kids had a phenomenal experience under unbelievably tight protocols. And again, I thank her so much for all of her work. And then my co-advisor, Mary Hoffman, she's somebody that I have adored working with for many years, and we all need a person sometimes to look through things and look through different lenses. She always has allowed me, not just in our advisory, sometimes I felt like I became another member of it, that, not just to look things differently, but sometimes for me personally, when it looked like there was a tunnel of darkness and on the toughest days, that she was able to help me find the light was ahead, and I wouldn't be here again without her. And, today, one of those things that I reflect on, and a lot of people ask, is why would you go? Why do you go to Westminster? And there are 3 people today that aren't here that I really think are important and I'd like to highlight. In the last year and a half, for me personally, have lost 3 individuals that not just were individuals that were instrumental in my football career, but also in my life. First of which was my former head coach, Buddy Stevens. I was a walk-on lineman at Tulane, and Coach Stevens always treated me just like everyone else. He always checked on me. He checked on me even if he was out of state. He'd come by just to say hello, and he always reminded me that while you love football, you love your players more, and you always want to protect them and do things the right way. Also, Brad Lumine, who I was able to call so many state championships with, WWL Radio, phenomenal husband, great father, loved things, and a reminder that sometimes lightning bolt will hit out of nowhere. And in our final words and time together, as we called the state championships, and he had tubes and God knows how many things in him, as he'd unfortunately been diagnosed with a terminal illness. He gave me the advice that rather than sulk each day, he would teach his sons something different. And he was talking about how to change a tire, how to do things the right way, and never wasting a moment. So when I talk about those 3 individuals, I think that when moments come your way, like they did for me personally, and Westminster seemed to come from heaven with their president, Keith Evans, and their athletic director, Shannon Soares, and they're able to, I guess, offer an opportunity of integrity, offer an opportunity of all the things that I personally believed in. And it was just an opportunity for my family. As my friend Craig Clayson told me, sometimes in life you got to go for it. You got to go after it. And it was one of those things where everything felt right, everything pointed that way, and I think the good Lord above was pointing me there. So, you know, life is a gift, and every moment we need to treat it that way. You never know what's coming. So as that happens, that was really instrumental in my going there. And most importantly, I'd like to thank Westminster for something that they're letting me do, which is finish the year. I think finish the righteous path. When you sign a contract and you say you're going to be somewhere, my family, my parents have always said, you honor that. And I'll be able to go through, all the way through to the end, help Coach Weiss every way possible, help on the field, help anything I can do, because I think, again, that's incredibly important. And again, I always think that, you know, the right path isn't always the easiest path. And I think that's, again, what football can teach you. As you get into it, as players go in, I think, again, it will teach selflessness. It teaches integrity, accountability, and the ability to believe in something bigger than yourself. That's what high school football is. You know, as coaches, I think it's very important that we're trying to build better fathers. We're trying to build better husbands, better human beings. And then again, as you go forward, it's not just success on the field, it's your success in life. And that's how football and life marry one another. And I think as a coach, we always want to be there, much like Coach Indusa has been for me. You want to be a head coach for their entire lives. And as we go through journeys as coaches, I think that, again, the right path is one that should be done together. All right? It's easy, again, as you go through life as a coach and a team to look for shortcuts. They're everywhere. Every turn, there's somebody trying to pull you where it be off path or wherever your standards are that you hold. They're trying to make you bend a little bit. Because if you get caught up in the wrong things in football, whether it be statistics or not just if you win, but how you win, by how much, you can really lose path, I believe, of what's important. And again, I think in life, it are those teams, those people that stay on that path together, that hold the line and do things the right way, that in the end, if you look at it, you learn more. You can't get too high from the wins, you can't get too low from the losses, but if you can learn from that how to navigate the peaks and valleys with respect for one another and your opponent, it's unbelievable what you can accomplish. And I think that's life. And I think for all of us in the end, whether it be your season, your career, or whatever it is that you're ending, the karma of life is real. And in the end, I believe if you follow the righteous path and you do things the right way, I'll pull the words from Newman's alma mater. If you go through that path the right way and you look around in the end, you will find that in the end, truth and honor will prevail. God bless you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nelson, and I'm available. Come do a game or two at Westminster. Price is cheap, $10K per game is fine. Our next award goes to the Distinguished American, who will be introduced by none other than the legend, Archie Manning, a dear friend, wonderful man, and a great patriot for the Sugar Bowl and for the community. Archie was the most valuable player of the 1970 Sugar Bowl when Hank Tierney was about 40 years old. He's a longtime member of the Sugar Bowl Committee and chair of the National Football Foundation, and this award is presented each year to an individual who has set the standard for a life of service to the community and has made a significant contribution to the betterment of amateur football. Ladies and gentlemen, Archie Manning.
Thank you, Kenny, and congratulations to Nelson and all our student athletes, scholar athletes today. Outstanding. Thanks so much. I'm really honored to be here today to pay tribute to my friend, the recipient of this year's Distinguished American Award, Vernon Brinson. Vernon's life's been anything but uneventful. As an athlete, he played football and baseball at South Georgia Junior College, where his coach was an unknown guy by the name of Bobby Bowden. He later went on to play baseball at the University of Georgia, and he's been a Bulldog ever since. He's been a longtime supporter of Georgia athletics and he endowed a pair of scholarships there. He came to New Orleans in 1964
to run Royal Oldsmobile. He became one of the top Oldsmobile dealers in the country. But he just didn't make a living in New Orleans. He made a difference. He became a huge supporter of athletics in New Orleans, including Tulane. And in 1973, he became a member of the Sugar Bowl. In fact, he served as president of the Sugar Bowl when Alabama won the national championship by upsetting Miami, 1993. Later on, Vernon and his wife, Patricia, became part of Eclipse Thoroughbred Partners, prominent thoroughbred racehorse group that owns Taproot, who went on to win the 2017 Belmont Stakes. Vernon and I first met when he asked me to be a spokesman for Royal Oldsmobile, a role I played for 35 years. And I only stopped being his spokesman when they stopped making Oldsmobiles. Through it all, I found Vernon to be a man who always treated people right and always did the right thing. My wife insisted that I tell this short story. We made a lot of commercials at Royal Oldsmobile through the years, and we tried to do it right. Vernon just felt strong. He had a great advertising group, great production company, and he really believed in doing proper and good commercials. We did an institutional-like advertising, no-price advertising. So one time we did a commercial, and we kind of felt like it was the best commercial we ever did. And the timing was right. The Superdome was pretty new. If you remember in the Superdome in the early years, the scoreboards weren't on the end like they were now. They had a gondola that came down. So our new commercial was shown the gondola. The commercial was kind of every aspect of our dealership. And it began, I had on a suit, I had a football, I made a comment, and I lateraled the ball to our used car manager. He made a comment, lateraled the ball to our parts manager. Then it went to the service manager. Then it went to the finance and insurance, and around and back to me. And that was our commercial, and we were excited about it. So it was going to premiere, if you will, at the end of the first quarter of the first Saints game that year. We're playing the Atlanta Falcons at the end of the first quarter. Well, right before the end of the first quarter, I threw my second interception of the day. And as I came off the field, yes, there was a chorus of boos. It settled down. I sat on the bench, got with the coaches. We're trying to figure out to stop the bleeding out there. But all of a sudden, the boos started again. Yes, they booed our commercial. It wasn't a great day for Royal Oldsmobile. Today, Vernon remains active in the community and active with the Sugar Bowl. In fact, he's made a significant financial donation to support the Allstate Sugar Bowl National Football Foundation scholarships provided to talented student athletes and football players. It's my pleasure to welcome the winner of the Distinguished American Award, my friend Vernon Brinson.
Thank you, Archie. I appreciate that introduction. And I want to thank the committee for giving me this award. It's really pretty spectacular looking at all the people who won this in the past to be in their company. It's an honor. To be in the Sugar Bowl for 52 years has been an honor. I got to travel a lot and meet a lot of people all over the country, coaches, ADs, presidents, universities, and promoting the Sugar Bowl. And so for 52 years, it's been a lot of fun, done a lot of great things, and thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you, Vernon. As I mentioned earlier, I've been blessed to cover high school football here for 47 years after being born and raised here and educated here at Archbishop Brummel and Loyola, and it's always been an honor to be in my hometown doing what I do and doing what I love. I've had opportunities to go elsewhere on many occasions, and somehow I always stayed here. Our next segment is one of the highlights of the year, and again, being born and raised here, as many of us have been, it's something that we really enjoy on an annual basis. This is where we recognize our 37 honorees who have excelled in the field, in the classroom, and in the community. Since the Sugar Bowl began sponsoring this event, it has honored over 700 talented young football players and scholars from 72 different high schools. Along with the recognition, the Sugar Bowl has provided over $800,000 in scholarships to help support the collegiate aspirations of some of our best and the brightest. These honors are for more than just the individual players. These honors are also a credit to the coaches, the family members, and the entire support systems these young men have had to help them reach this level. The Sugar Bowl wants to thank all the people who have supported these young men throughout their lives. It's so important to mention community leaders like the Allstate Sugar Bowl and the National Football Foundation. We're here today to give some much-deserved praise to these young men because of the efforts of these organizations. We feel that it's very important not just to say each name and to give some applause, which we will. We want to get into the details of each of these outstanding young men because it's so impressive to hear about their specific accomplishments. And this isn't everything. These are just the highlights that we will focus on today. And we do have a large group this year, and that's a great thing, right? The most that we've ever recognized. So we would ask you if you would, and I know it's hard, please hold your applause until the end if you would. So with that, let's get started and meet each of our scholar athletes. So we tell our honorees when I introduce you, please stand, but stay at your table. Got it? Here we go. First up, from Archbishop Hannon High School, Brody Smith, quarterback, GPA 3.67. His coach is Steve Soper, Academic Achievements Honor Roll, 4-year letterman, 2-time All-District, Manning Award Future Selection. He also lettered in baseball, and he'll play baseball at Delgado, where I'll get to see him all the time since I do Delgado games. From Archbishop Hannon, Brody Smith. From Archbishop Brummel High School, Peyton Depolite, defensive back, head coach Nick Monica, GPA 3.77, LHSA Academic All-State, 3-year letterman, All-District, had a 2-interception effort in the state playoffs, also lettered in baseball and continues to play. Big brother, student council, campus ministry. He will play football at Millsaps College this fall. From Archbishop Brummel, Peyton Depolite. From Archbishop Shaw, Gavin Richard, wide receiver, GPA 4.57. His head coach is Hank Tierney. He's a WGNO Scholar Athlete of the Year, honor roll all 4 years, National Honor Society, Mu Alpha Theta, projected class valedictorian. 4-year letterman, 3-year starter, team captain, state champion, 3-time district champion, a 3-time all-district performer. He also lettered in baseball and earned all-district honors. He's a student ambassador, a peer ministry contributor, and Giving Hope Food Pantry volunteer. He plans to attend LSU. From Archbishop Shaw, Gavin Richard. From Ben Franklin High School, Noah Tierney, quarterback, GPA 4.4, ACT score of 35. His head coach, Terry Wilson, National Honor Society, George Eastman Young Leaders Award, Tulane University's Distinguished Scholars Award, an AP Scholar. He's a 4-year letterman, a 2-year starter, and a 3-year team captain. The big brother, camp counselor, co-president of the coding club. He'll tell you about that later. Robotics team as well. He's undecided on his college choice. From Ben Franklin, Noah Tierney. From Bonneville High School, Brennan Johnson, running back, GPA of 3.8. His coach was B.J. Cohen. Principals list, National Honor Society, Jefferson Parish All-Academic Team. He's a team captain, Coaches Award, district runner-up, Entourage Community Service Organization participant. He plans to attend the University of Louisiana. From Bonneville, Brennan Johnson. From Brother Martin High School, Nathan Malik, defensive lineman. Head coach, Mark Bonice, GPA of 4.21, ACT score of 27. Principals honor roll every year. National Honor Society member. 5-year letterman, team captain, 2-time All-District, All-State, Bob Conlon Award winner, the team's top honor. Clarion Herald Elite Team, also lettered in powerlifting and was the South Regional Champion. He participates in rugby as a student recruiter, a Miracle League volunteer, and a homeless shelter volunteer. And he plans to attend Massachusetts Maritime Academy. From Brother Martin, Nathan Malik. Also from Brother Martin, Caleb Natividad, linebacker, GPA of 4.40, ACT score of 28. His head coach, Mark Moniz. Honor roll every semester, National Honor Society, Brother Martin Scholarship recipient. He's a 5-year letterman, a team captain, the Team's Tough Award for the player who emulates the characteristics and principles of an ideal teammate, and also lettered in wrestling. He's a student ambassador, Miracle League volunteer, Second Harvest Food Bank volunteer, and he plans to attend LSU. From Brother Martin, Caleb Natividad. From Covington High School, Anthony Chase Blackwell, linebacker, GPA 4.49. His head coach, Greg Salter. He's a Dean's List student all 4 years, National Honor Society member, a 4-year letterman, 3-time All-District selection, team captain, and Perseverance Award winner. Covington High School Beautification Day participant, Celebrate America volunteer, Vacation Bible School, and an academic clinic volunteer, and he plans to attend Southeastern Louisiana. From Covington, Anthony Chase Blackwell. Also from Covington, Caden Heck, quarterback, GPA 4.31. His head coach, Greg Salter. He's an honor roll student all 4 years, a 4-year letterman, all-district, all-state, team captain, coaches award, Manning Award future selection. He also lettered in track and field and is a pole vaulter and sprinter. He's a member of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes and a youth sports referee. And he plans to attend Southeastern Louisiana. From Covington, Caden Heck. From De La Salle, Evan Arsenault, quarterback. Baseball 2, head coach, Graham Jarrett. 3 years on the honor roll, 4-year letterman, 2-time team captain, 2-time all-district, Manning Award Futures honoree, team offensive most valuable player. He set school passing yardage and touchdown records. Biddy basketball and baseball coach at Mike Miley Playground. And he plans to attend the Maine Maritime Academy. From De La Salle, Evan Arsenault. Also from De La Salle, Ian Fields II. Defensive lineman, head coach, Graham Jarrett. Honor roll student every semester of his junior and senior years. 4-year letterman, team captain, 2-time all-district, Clarion Herald Elite Team, all-metro. Also started in track and field, earning the district championship in the shot put. He's a retreat team leader, student council parliamentarian, ACE mentorship as well, and he plans to attend Southern University. From De La Salle, Ian Fields. From East Jefferson High School, David Johnson Jr., a wide receiver defensive back, GPA of 4.32. He was coached by Brian Glover. The class rank of 3rd of over 300 students. East Jefferson Student of the Year, Jefferson Parish Student of the Year nominee, Superintendent's Honor Roll, National Honor Society member. 4-year letterman, 2-time team captain, 2-time all-district performer. He also lettered in basketball and track and is a 2-time state qualifier in track and the team's top defender in basketball. Coaches like that. Blue Moon Theater, Thespian Society, Big Brother, Student Council among activities, and he plans to attend LSU. From East Jefferson, David Johnson Jr. From Fontainebleau High School, Drake Teixeira, quarterback, GPA 3.91, ACT score of 30. His head coach, Johnny Cavanaugh. He's an AB Honor Roll student for all 4 years, LHSA Academic All-State, National Honor Society member. A 4-year letterman, 2-time team captain, all-district, Manning Award Futures honoree, and he also lettered in basketball. He's an FCA vice president, Next Generation Club member, Trinity Church youth group leader, a leader in Me Club, and a school ambassador. And he plans to attend Southern Mississippi. From Fontainebleau High School, Drake Teixeira. From Carver High School, Kendrick Gutter Jr., defensive and offensive lineman, GPA of 4.20. His head coach, Luis Figueroa. His achievements include Principal's Honor Roll. He's a 4-year letterman, 2-time team captain, 2-time all-district selection, also lettered in baseball for the Rams, undecided on a college choice. From Carver, Kendrick Gutter. Next up, from Haynes Academy, Dominic Patella, defensive back, quarterback, GPA 4.0, 29 ACT. His head coach was Ben Powell, National Honor Society member, Honor Roll, LHSA Academic All-State. He's a 4-year letterman, team captain, district championship, and undefeated regular season in 2024. He also lettered in baseball and won 2 district championships. He's a member of the Key Club, Student Council, and a bag hunger volunteer, and he plans to attend LSU. From Haynes Academy, Dominic Patella. From Holy Cross, Joshua Adams Jr., offensive lineman. GPA of 3.78, an ACT score of 30 as head coach, Scott Watney. National Honor Society member, multiple bronze medallions for the highest grading class, many AP and honors classes. 4-year Letterman, team captain, Greater New Orleans Quarterback Club Scholar Athlete of the Week, Football Scholar Award, and a Pillars Award winner. The Student Council, Eucharistic Minister, Campus Ministry Club, Ozanam volunteer as well. And he plans to attend LSU. From Holy Cross, Joshua Adams. From Isidore Newman School, Eli Friend. Quarterback, GPA of 4.7, an SAT score of 1490. His head coach was Nelson Stewart. He's a Mater Cum Laude Society, a WGNO Scholar Athlete of the Week, Quarterback Club as well. 4-year Letterman, team captain, 2-time All-District, All-State, District Offensive Most Valuable Player, a Team Offensive Most Valuable Player, and a Manning Award Futures selection. He's a peer leader, president of the Jewish Culture Club, Red Carpet Day leader with Heart of Passion, a creative intern with New Society, and a summer camp counselor. He will play football at Princeton University this fall. From Newman School, Eli Friend. Also from Newman, Justin Wells, defensive lineman. ACT score of 25. His head coach was Nelson Stewart. A 4-year Letterman, a 3-year starter, team captain, all-district, district championship, undefeated regular season. A choir member, a peer leader, breakthrough volunteer, a DEI film festival coordinator, and a member of the Bean Club, the Black Experience at Newman. He's undecided on a college choice. From Newman School, Justin Wells. From John Curtis Christian School, Jason Curtis, defensive back, a GPA of 4.0. His head coach, J.T. Curtis, member of the National Honor Society, an Honor Scholar Award winner, George Eastman Young Leaders Award, 4-year Letterman, starter, team captain, all-district, also lettered in baseball and golf, a 2-time state finalist in baseball, and a Leadership Award winner for golf. He's a member of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, the Spirit Club, and the Drama Club. He plans to attend LSU. From John Curtis Christian, Jason Curtis. From John Ehret High School, Davion Robertson, offensive lineman, GPA 4.52. His head coach, Reggie Rogers, this past year. Superintendent's honor roll, IBO certificate candidate, ranked number 4 in the senior class. He's a 4-year Letterman, a 2-year starter, team captain, all-district, team's top offensive lineman, and a Jefferson Parish all-academic team member. He plans to attend Louisiana Tech. From John Ehret High School, Davion Robertson. From Lakeshore, Bo Bernard, quarterback, GPA 4.27, ACT score 32. His head coach, Brennan Dest, member of the National Honor Society. He's a 4-year Letterman, 2-time team captain, 2-time All-District, top Titan Award winner, and a Manning Award Futures selection. He's a church volunteer, and he plans to attend LSU. From Lakeshore, Bo Bernard. From Livingston Collegiate Academy, Tylen Coleman, wide receiver. His head coach, Devin Francois. He's an honor roll member, a National Honor Society member, 4-year Letterman, team captain, all-district. He caught the game-winning touchdown pass with 47 seconds left and a state playoff win over Douglas, and also lettered in track and field. He plans to attend Langston University in Oklahoma. From Livingston Collegiate Academy, Tylen Coleman. From Landry High School, Elijah McNeese, defensive end, GPA 3.62. Nick Foster is head coach, National Honor Society member, honor roll member, starter and Letterman, a team captain, all-district performer, also lettered in basketball. He belongs to Just Keep Living Foundation and undecided on a college choice. From Landry, Elijah McNeese. From Mandeville High School, Wyatt Hammond, linebacker, GPA 4.28, ACT score of 27. His head coach is Craig Jones. He's an honor roll member and LHSA academic all-state performer. 4-year Letterman, 3-time team captain, 2-time all-district performer, team co-defensive most valuable player, all-parish, North Shore All-Star team, and won the Coaches Award. And he's a member of the Builders Association, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Skipper Buddies, the Open Mic Club, and a talented art program, and he plans to attend LSU. From Mandeville, Wyatt Hammond. Also from Mandeville, linebacker Chase McCarthy, a GPA of 4.28, ACT score of 29. Head coach Craig Jones. Honor roll for all 4 years, LHSA academic all-state performer, most outstanding in dual enrollment. He's a 4-year letterman, a 2-time team captain, 2-time all-district performer, team co-defensive MVP, all-parish, and he also lettered in basketball. He's a member of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, a youth basketball camp counselor, a volunteer referee, and a member of Skipper Buddies. And he plans to attend the University of Mississippi. Chase McCarthy of Mandeville. Also from Mandeville, Reagan Touchstone, offensive lineman, GPA 4.0. His head coach, Craig Jones. Honorable member all 4 years, LHSA Academic All-State. 4-year letterman, 2-time team captain, and a 3-time all-district performer, all-parish, Skipper Award, also lettered in baseball for 4 years. He's a member of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, the Skipper Buddies, and Big Brothers, and he plans to attend Millsaps College. From Mandeville, Reagan Touchstone. From McDonough 35, Simeon Washington Jr., defensive back, GPA 3.71. His head coach, Frank Daggs. Honor roll member for 4 years, a 4-year letterman, team captain, all-district, also lettered in track and field. A member of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, a community volunteer, and he plans to attend Mississippi State. From McDonough 35, Simeon Washington. From Patrick Taylor Science and Technology Academy, it's Mason Beach, linebacker, 4.6 GPA, 27 ACT. His head coach is Kenny Bourgeois. He's a member of the National Honor Society, a 5-year letterman, a team captain, all-district performer, also lettered in basketball, baseball, track, and swimming. And St. Martin's Summer Camp lifeguard and swim instructor. Plans to attend LSU. From Patrick Taylor, Mason Beach. From Pope John Paul II, Darion Jenkins Jr., linebacker, GPA of 3.60. His head coach is Philip Piggott. He's a member of the National Honor Society. Honor roll all 4 years. 4-year letterman, team captain, 3-time all-district, 2-time all-state, all-metro, team defensive most valuable player. He got the Iron Jaguar Award and also lettered in powerlifting. He's a member of the church youth group Volunteers and will play football at Rice University. From Pope John Paul II, DJ Jenkins. Also from Pope John Paul II, Sean Smith, offensive lineman, GPA of 3.9, ACT score of 29. His head coach, Philip Piggott. He's a member of the National Honor Society, honor roll all 5 years, LHSAA Academic All-State member. He's a 4-year letterman and 3-year starter, a team captain, 2-time all-district performer, the team's outstanding lineman, got the Iron Jaguar Award, and also lettered in powerlifting for a state finalist team. He's a member of Mu Alpha Theta, and he plans to attend LSU or Southern Miss. From Pope John Paul II, Sean Smith. From St. Augustine High School, it's Terrence Cormier, offensive lineman, GPA 4.31. His head coach, Robert Valdez, member of the National Honor Society, honor roll every semester, National High School Scholars, LHSAA Academic All-State performer. He's a 4-year letterman, a 2-year starter at right tackle. Member of the Student Government Association, in fact, he's the president. Also, a junior Zulu mentor, Golden Feather Hunters Indian Tribe member, and a volunteer church drummer. That's versatility. He's undecided on a college choice. From St. Augustine, Terrence Cormier. From St. Martin's Episcopal, Daniel Fink, offensive and defensive lineman, ACT score of 28. His head coach, Kevin Dizer. Member of the honor roll, second place at the Literary Rally in Physics, a 4-year letterman, a team captain, a 2-time all-district performer, Burlsworth Character Award, also lettered in baseball for 4 years. He's a member of Life Rank and Boy Scouting of America, working towards an Eagle Scout, and he earned private pilot's license. He plans to attend LSU Alexandria. From St. Martin's Episcopal, Daniel Fink. From St. Paul School, Jacob Robato, offensive lineman, GPA of 4.2. Member of the National Honor Society, honor roll student all 4 years, and a Golden Torch Award winner. 5-year letterman, team captain, all-district, all-state, all-parish, coached by Kenny Sears, an extraordinary minister of Holy Communion, Habitat for Humanity Club, participated in the annual food drives for the North Shore Food Bank as well. He plans to attend LSU. From St. Paul School, Jacob Robato. Also from St. Paul's, Drew Talley, place kicker, GPA of 4.3, coached by Ken Sears, honor roll student all 4 years, Golden Torch Award winner, perfect attendance, LHSA Academic All-State, Friday Night Football Scholar athlete as well. 4-year letterman, team captain, 2-time all-district performer, a 2-time all-state performer, an all-parish performer, and a Clarion Herald elite football team. He's a Miracle League volunteer and a volunteer with the North Shore Food Bank. He will play football at Southeastern Louisiana from St. Paul's Drew Talley. From Salmon High School, it's Desmond Beasley, a defensive back, GPA 4.35, ACT score of 28. He's coached by Eric Shooter, member of the National Honor Society, honor roll all 4 years, WGNO Friday Night Football Scholar Athlete, a 4-year Letterman, a 3-year starter, team captain, 2-time All-District Performer, All-Parish, a team defensive most valuable player, and a member of the Team Leadership Council. He also is a student advisory panel member for St. Tammany Parish and a student ambassador. He'll play football at Louisiana Christian University. From Salmon, Desmond Beasley. From Thomas Jefferson Academy, Josiah Rashad Mitchell, cornerback and wide receiver, GPA of 4.34 and an ACT score of 29, coached by Kenny Bush. He's a National Honor Society member of the A Honor Roll, National Society of High School Scholars, a 4-year Letterman, team captain, all-district, also lettered in soccer, 2-time soccer team captain, in fact, and a soccer most valuable player. Junior church usher, student council, key club member, and he plans to attend LSU. From Thomas Jefferson, Josiah Rashad Mitchell. From the Willow School, Jacob Guichet, quarterback, GPA of 3.76, head coach, J.J. Smith, honor roll member, 22 honors classes taken. The team captain, Manning Award Futures honoree, set a school record with 7 touchdowns in one game, second all-time at Willow in passing yards, and a 3-time all-district selection in baseball. He's a member of the student government, chess club, the volunteer youth baseball coach as well. He's undecided on a college choice. From the Willow School, Jacob Guichet. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2024-25 class of Allstate Sugar Bowl Scholar Athletes. Congratulations to these 38 young men that took advantage of their opportunities in complete fashion and put forth the effort needed to excel. Well done. At this time, allow me once again to introduce Dottie Reese, the president of the Allstate Sugar Bowl. She has 5 very special presentations to make. Dottie?
Begin by saying thank you again, Ken. Again, to all of these fine young men for their efforts in the community, the classroom, and on the football field, outstanding job. I'd also like to congratulate Nelson Stewart and Vernon Brinson on their well-deserved honors today. Let's also give them another round, you all. The next part of the program is always one of my and my Sugar Bowl colleagues' favorites. We're involved with quite a few different scholarship programs, and each summer and spring we offer scholarships to outstanding high school female athletes in the amount of $60,000, and at today's luncheon we offer and provide $60,000 to very fine and deserving high school football players. So I invite you to take another look at the video screens to see the impact of the Sugar Bowl scholarships in recent years.
Obviously just a huge honor to receive this scholarship, and then it just gave me an opportunity to be able to manage money from a young age and really put me and my family in a good position going forward.
With the help of Allstate Sugar Bowls, I was able to attend college without the stress my freshman year. It definitely helped my parents and I financially get me settled.
There's a lot of small fees and stuff whenever you get to college that you don't really get to see until you get there, and the Allstate Sugar Bowl check pretty much has given me and my family a lot of comfortability as far as financial concerns.
The National Football Foundation scholarship was extremely pivotal for me in offsetting some of the costs of my undergraduate degree. It meant that my medical degree loans were not then on top of already existing college loans.
My mom is in the Allstate Sugar Bowl Hall of Fame,
So to receive, the scholarship and the support from them was just really special and like a full circle moment.
And I remember the day I got the call from my coach letting me know that I received the award, and the first emotion I had was just honor. I was grateful, blessed.
I was happy to be nominated for the Allstate Sugar Bowl Scholarship. And when I got it, it allowed me to fulfill my dreams of going to play Division III football.
To be acknowledged by an organization like the Allstate Sugar Bowl, I felt really, really proud of myself.
There are so many people in my generation who struggle to feel seen and struggle to feel valued in this community, and me being one of them. So Allstate Sugar Bowl, y'all allowed me to self-reflect and realize that I was in a good space.
I'm hoping to, continue my academic journey here at Tulane, get my degree, hopefully keep pursuing football and maintaining, a student-athlete lifestyle as long as I'm here.
My postgraduate plans are just to stay connected to the game of soccer. I obviously want to become an engineer one day, whether that's before or after I play my professional career, but right now I want to keep doing both while I can.
I'm extremely proud to be a recipient of the National Football Foundation Sugar Bowl Scholarship, and also extremely proud that this tradition lives on to now. So congratulations to the Sugar Bowl on 90 years.
Real scholar athletes. While all 37 of our Allstate Sugar Bowl football scholar athletes represent a high level of achievement, it is our distinct honor to recognize 5 student athletes with scholarships based on their accomplishments and the essays that they submitted. The first 4 athletes I introduce will receive $10,000 scholarships, and our final honoree has been chosen for the Oliver S. Dellery Jr. $20,000 scholarship. After I introduce each winner, please come to the front so we can present your check and get a picture. Our first scholarship winner wrote about football, helping to develop his character and teach him about dedication to a team. It allowed him to develop discipline, perseverance, and other traits that extend far beyond the football field. He also wrote about serving as a mentor to young students and guiding them through the challenges of adapting to high school. He was a 4-year letterman, a 3-year starter, an all-district selection, and a team captain, and he excelled in the classroom. From Isidore Newman, Justin Wells. Our next winner focused on his family in his essay. He wrote about how his family keeps him inspired and dedicated to giving his all on the athletic field and in the classroom. He credited his mother and brother as his inspiration and the reasons that he could even be considered for this scholarship. He also wrote about taking great joy in helping others, especially when working with his church to assist those less fortunate than himself. While he was a standout on the football field and a star on the soccer field, he takes great pride in being a true student athlete as a member of the National Honor Society and the National Society of High School Scholars. From Thomas Jefferson Academy, Josiah Rashad Mitchell. Congratulations. Our third scholarship recipient is a young man who is focused on creating opportunities for others. He wrote that football taught him that a group of people who are willing to sacrifice their time, their body, and their mind can achieve the team's goal. He learned that challenges on and off the field can be overcome by working as a team. He hopes to use that knowledge and a college education to change the culture in his community and in the world. He was a football team captain. He earned the team's Coaches Award, and he was a member of the National Honor Society and the Jefferson Parish All-Academic Team. From Bonneville Magnet School, Brennan Johnson. Our fourth scholarship winner wrote about some life-shattering challenges that he had to face at a very young age. Not only did he overcome these challenges, but he has thrived. He was a 4-year letterman, an all-district selection, and an all-academic selection, and he's on track to graduate in the top of his class. He closed his essay with a heartwarming message, writing that he hopes the scholarship will help him to reach a level of success that will allow him to provide a similar scholarship to another deserving young man in the future. From John Ehret School, High School, Davion Robertson. Before I introduce our final scholarship recipient, I want to say a few words about one of my fellow Sugar Bowl committee members. Oliver Dellery was a longtime member of the organization, and he was the youngest president of the Sugar Bowl back in 1996, and he remained very active in the organization, helping keep the Sugar Bowl at the top of the college football world. Oliver passed away suddenly 5 years ago, and in his memory, we now present the Oliver Dellery Scholarship on an annual basis. I would like to thank his wife, Susie, his son Oliver III, and his daughter Charlotte for continuing to support the Sugar Bowl organization. And I just want to share with you all that Oliver was also a true inspiration to me, and he cheered me on when I became a Sugar Bowl officer. His son Oliver III, known as O, is now a Sugar Bowl member, and we are just so happy to serve with him. And now for our final scholarship. The 5th annual winner of the Oliver Dellery Scholarship wrote about surpassing expectations. So at a very young age, he jumped into gifted and advanced placement classes, and he excelled. He currently has a 4.35 grade point average. He was undersized when he reached high school, but that just didn't stop him. He still went on out to play for football, and and in his sophomore year, he was a starter, and he would go on to become a 3-time all-district selection, a team captain, and a member of the team leadership council. And oh, by the way, he has worked significant hours in his part-time job at Home Depot. He has most definitely surpassed expectations, and he will now continue his academic and athletic career at Louisiana Christian University. From Salmon High School, Desmond Beasley. Once again, congratulations to all of our honorees. You represent a bright future for our city and, of course, our state, and we look forward to following your successes for many years to come. So thank you and congratulations. And Ken, I want to turn the program back over to you.
Thank you, Dottie. How about one more round of applause for these honorees? They deserve it. We want to thank everyone. Thank you all very much for being here this afternoon and honoring every one of these outstanding young athletes and our annual award winners too, Vernon and Nelson, tremendous men and people. We'd specifically like to thank the National Football Foundation for its continued support of amateur football in the city of New Orleans and throughout the country. And we'd like to recognize the Allstate Sugar Bowl, including the Chief Executive Officer, a great friend and a tremendous professional, and Jeff Hunley, seated right in front of me, and his outstanding, give him a round of applause if you don't mind. He's not clapping, but now he can clap because we want to salute his outstanding staff as well. Clap. Of course, that staff led by Dottie Reese, whom you've had the opportunity to meet and hear from here today. Most of all, we'd like to thank our scholar athletes for their hard work and diligence and being such terrific representatives of their schools, their communities, their families, and the great city of New Orleans and the region. Congratulations to each and every one of you. Remember, there's no substitute for hard work, integrity, honesty. You're going to succeed if you keep those things in mind. Best of luck to you in your future endeavors. Now, before everybody heads out today, a couple of things. Number one, we'll have the video up at CrescentCitySports.com by this evening, so you can always check it out free there. And before you head out, any scholar athletes who did not get their official photo taken at check-in, please make sure you come to the front with your plaque so we can get those done now. We also want to ask our scholarship winners, each and every one of you, to come to the front because we want to have a group photo, and I know all the families want to take those pictures. So we need every honoree to come forward to make sure we get those photos. And please, our major honorees, bring those big checks as well, okay? We want those in the pictures, so we want to make sure that you do that. Want to thank John Sudsbury for his hard work in helping make this happen, and thank everyone that helps make this happen on an annual basis. It's been a blessing to be part of this committee that I'm on, the Media Selection Committee, since 1980. I'm dating myself, but it's all good. And we thank you on behalf of everyone involved with the Allstate Sugar Bowl. And remember this, keep New Orleans sweet. Keep the Sugar Bowl sweet. We need you. We need everyone's support. This organization does so much for so many people, young people like each and every one of you that were honored today in this community. Think about that, and think about it 10 years from now, 20 years from now, when this bowl game and this entire organization, the Allstate Sugar Bowl, is still going great guns. We want to thank you all for being here once again. Remind you that you can check out the video at CrescentCitySports.com. Travel safe, and may God bless each and every one of you.